Back in the building Tuesday night. Mo Trappin podcast. Back in the building. One second. One second. If you come in the build, man, hit the thumbs up for me. If you don't mind. Gas prices out of control around the way, but it's all good. I remember this back in 2020. I believe the gas price 2021, I believe it was. 2021 gas price was crazy. One of them. So give it a few. Get some of y'all up in here. Man, it's been a week. It's been a week for me. Man, one second. It haven't rained. What up with it, Stripe Leader? You got that rain over your way, man? It's been raining all day today. And I feel like I just been tired because of the rain all day today. Y'all been having how long, Stripe Leader? Y'all ain't had no tornadoes your way, have you? I know like what up, Batiste? I've been meaning to hit you up, bro, for days, bro. Listen, this last week for me, man, I feel like I don't know what it is. I feel like the days have just went since last week. Feel like a blur or something. Like I'm just in a dream right now, for real. Y'all had tornadoes last week, man. I hope everything cool. I know it got ugly a couple spots. What up, Marshall's Green Thumb? Yeah, we finally got some rain, man. It's funny though because the little rain, like I said, that we've been getting, it's been getting the yards just a little aight, but it's been keeping me moving. Like I say, and everybody been weekly, so but I've been able to hit everything green. Yeah, that's a spring rush. But man, I'm gonna tell you, it ain't been raining like how it was last year though. Will last year, man, it was coming down, bro. Man, happy Cinco de Mayo too to any of my Spanish brothers. I know Mario Cuban, he be up in here in a little second, more than likely. Had me so busy, I've been missing you. Man, listen, Will, I'm gonna tell you, bro. Good thing though. Hey, these can be replayed, my bro. Hey, real talk. What up with a DS? Yeah, you can replay these, man. So that's all good. But I'm gonna tell you, Will, it's crazy. That man, I've been busy with the people I've been having. I've been busy, and my schedule's just been all scattered. Spring rush though, like you said, just trying to get everything caught up. You know what I'm saying? Then last week, man, had that wreck. Like I say, made it out unscathed, man. I'm gonna tell you, I was so crazy, man. Man, shout out to my uncle, man. My uncle, man. I had a cousin, man. We got a funeral down in Mississippi, man. I got in that wreck last week, man. I had a one of my cousins, man. My first cousin ended up dying last week in a wreck. So down in Mississippi, so it's crazy. So, man, what up, 5 star? 5 stars crazy. I just bring up Mississippi, man, and I might be down your way, man. We got a funeral down your way, man. One of my family members, so. But yeah, man, that rain, man. Let me tell you something. Let me see. Get paid while you can. Hey, let me tell you something, Will. I'm thinking about this right now. And I remember right around, I think it was 2021. And in 2021, bro, I remember the gas prices was high as heck. And I remember we had a drought that same year. Or it might have been 2022. I think it was 2022, but that's the first year I believe I started filming. Man, I don't know 5 star. I'll find out, man. I'll let you know for sure. Let's get the show cracking though. What up with it? Back in the building. Another Tuesday night, Mo Trappin podcast, episode 82. Time be flying. Uh DS, it might have been 2022. But yeah, time be flying, man. We back in the building. Solo operator down here in Paducah, Kentucky, small little town. A whole lot of mowers on the road everywhere right now. I'm talking about everywhere I look, it's mowers, trucks. It's like everybody's in the game. I mean, it's always noticeable, but we'll see how I look when the summertime hit though. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people fall off. So I don't know this year the way the prices is. People probably gonna be out here getting it this year. But back in it, man, again. And man, just this past week, crazy week, had to wreck, man. I had to wreck with the truck instantly. Soon as it got happened, gotta get into action quick. Ain't no sitting around waiting. Gotta get into action. What up with you, Jeff? Man, gotta get into action, man. I'm talking about as soon as I got off the show, shout out to one of my dogs, sent me a message, man. He sent me about 11 trucks my way. And I had already been on the list looking for trucks. So shout out to him. And man, I just got into action, got to looking up them trucks. What up, Tony Key? And man, got on Facebook Marketplace, Auto Trader, Craigslist. I still use Craigslist. And man, just got on there, man. You got to go through all the pages. You got to do due diligence. So it was basically like one day of just searching and weeding out. The next day it was a day of just straight traveling and riding and looking and driving and test driving. You feel me? And then the next day, man, had to get it on the road, get the thing, get all the paperwork done, get them hitched up, and was man back at it ASAP. So man, that's just what it is. It's part of it, man. Appreciate it, Will's part of it, and it's just part of the game. It is what it is. So also last week, man, I lost a customer. And let me tell you something. I lost a customer, but I gained a customer. So I lost one, man, and when I lost the customer, man, it was because of the wreck. Basically, I text everybody. I sent all my customers, kept them up in the loop. Uh, I had one customer I did not send a message to. And man, we got on the phone, we had a talk, and just had to part ways with her. It is what it is. Wish her the best, man. But this is what happens. I end up losing that customer. When the truck was down, I had like three estimates on the website still. So got with those estimates while the truck was down, looked at a few of them. Uh Everybody was weekly. Everybody I looked at wanted weekly. That's the only way I'm looking at them right now. Well, I ain't gonna say that, but that's what I really been looking for. And got one signed on weekly, and it's basically like maybe $50 less of the one I had. And it's right around the corner from like, okay, so if I leave I got a guy that's been with me since the beginning. He's been with me well, going on 6 years. And he's right around the corner. So if I leave his house, I go around the corner, man, maybe like 2 minutes exactly, maybe less than 2 minutes. Uh, the other one I just picked up is a weekly, right around the corner. That's what I'm talking about. It's right in the route, and that route right there is nice, man. When I got the truck back, I ended up I had it, man. You know how it is. Things just don't go as planned. I wanted to be on the road Saturday morning at 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock morning. Man, I just was having problems finding a hitch. Man, crazy stuff. I ended up getting a hitch on. That route I have is so nice, man. I think I did like 13 yards or 12 yards. It was 13 yards within like 5.5, 6 hours. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I say, this ain't nothing over time. Nothing that's gonna happen just like right there for anybody new. But man, just being in the game and building up that route, man, that route I got is real nice. And like it's so funny. Last week, now that we got these rainies 2 days, Wednesday and Thursday Wednesday was one of the days I was off. I got a routes Thursday now because I had some bi-weeklies. And so I'm back on the right back at it. So man, that was last week. And what else happened last week to me, man? It was something that happened, man. Was talking to a guy. That's what it was. I was talking to a guy about business. And I was at the gas station. He was at the gas station. And he was just talking about prices. And he's been in the game a while. And man, I was kind of shocked, really shocked at his prices, man. His setup was extraordinary. I'm talking about, man, the nice commercial mowers you want. Man, he had everything laid out. and man, I think his price was $45. You know what I'm saying? It was $45 and he's been in the game a while. And I didn't really get too much of my prices. I just really he was an OG to me, so I really was just listening to what he was saying and soaking up and taking notes, man. And it's been rough out here, man. It's been rough for a lot of people. So the news is we gonna get into 70 to 80, man. Let me tell you, 70 to 80. And also I'm gonna tell you what that route I got. And a lot of my routes, I'm noticing, like I said, I've been timing a lot of my yards. I'm hitting over 100 an hour. And so even with the truck, I was gonna wait to the end of the month, try to get it probably worked out how it was gonna work out. I was gonna spend a bunch of money on the end of at the end of the month on the truck, get a nice truck. Things happen how it happened. So now that I got the truck I got a few guys that still hit me on the wanting to get hired, but I still need a couple more. I'm still getting calls. I got some estimates I got to look at tomorrow. I got a tree I got to cut down tomorrow, and still gonna figure it out. But I'm gonna tell you the one thing, man: save your money so it save your butt for real. So, man, hold on, we get into this news clip, and that's what this guy talked about with the paper, man. Hold on one second. Let me get it past this little ad. All right, let's get into it.
Well, you're feeling the pinch at the pumps, but so are local landscaping companies. Tim Miller was out in Perrysburg today.
What it is,
Joined us
same
with
old
more. Tim.
news.
Yeah, Dan, we were out in one of the neighborhoods. We caught up with the owner of Jacob's Lawn and Yard Services, and he's losing money right now because of the higher gas prices. He's trying to keep costs the same right now for his regulars.
Man, listen, he said it at the end. Notice he said regulars, his regulars, my regulars. Man, my price is one thing. I let it up a couple years ago. It's cool. And regulars, man, keep it for them regulars.
While he's firing up his mower, Jacob Mahalski is fired up over the sudden spike in gas prices. The owner of Jacob's Lawn and Yard Services was taking care of this yard on Windy Trace Drive in Perrysburg, one of about 15 to do on this day alone.
Man, listen, 15. Trying to do the math.
He also has to use a trimmer.
One more thing I meant to say. Battery now, you're gonna hear about a lot of more battery now with people running that battery because it might make sense in some situations. Like I say, if you got it, run it.
And a blower to clean up the clippings. He and his 5 employees have to fill up their gas tanks a lot.
I just called my dad.
Now, hold on. Man, listen, what do y'all think? 15, it said he did 15 yards in a day. He's got 5 people. I'm just listening.
Dad, I said, Dad, I think we have a little bit of a problem here. Gas is pretty expensive. And so I told him, I said, hey, I've been using my Kroger points, but I'm probably going to start using yours too. So, and if it hits $5, then I'm going to start using my grandparents' points too, just because it's hard.
Jacob has decided not to pass on the extra cost of gas to his regulars. He doesn't want to lose any business, but that means his company will have to eat the extra
it's 420 my way,
cost, which cuts in to his profit margins. Some days they do more than 20 yards.
And honestly, it's probably costing me an extra, I would probably say $5, probably a gallon, maybe a gallon and a half of gasoline just to, divide it between the weed whackers and the mower. So, yeah, you're looking at a $5 to $10 increase, which is a lot for lawn care,
Man, listen, and I'm going to tell you, man, if you feeling ashamed about letting that price up, you are tripping. I'm telling you.
But that's the difference between
50
and $60, which is a lot.
Jacob's Lawn and Yard Services covers the Perrysburg, Toledo, Maumee, and Sylvania areas. But now that gas is at $5 a gallon, they might have to refuse some jobs that are out of their normal routes, and they'll have to cut costs other ways.
Hey, but listen what he said. He gonna have to cut some. That's funny because I'm watching this as we going on with it with y'all. While I'm doing this with y'all, but same thing I just said. My routes it makes sense when you over time when you get that route right. And he just said he won't even take some properties now because it just won't make sense. They are out of his route. man, I'm telling you, don't want to drive all the way across just to go catch a $60 and it might not even be worth it. You know what I'm saying? It just might not.
You gotta, kind of try and save money where you can. I tell the guys like, hey, don't leave the mower full throttle, idle. If you're getting off, shut it off. Just, kind of save where you can for sure.
And it's not just the lawn care equipment that needs gas. They also have a fleet of trucks that they have to drive out to every job.
Man.
Jacob tells me the bills are getting expensive right now. Tim Miller,
Listen, everybody feeling it, man. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, this is the beauty. This is the beauty of what we do. As everything increases, we get to increase. But this is something that you don't do mid-season. I think we all should know this, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Some people seem like they don't. You know what I'm saying? But man, when you're coming in with your new people this year, like I said, I had one come on weekly. I have been turning down. Hold on one second. Give me one down the bi-weekly. Hold on one. My bad, fellas. My bad. My daughter came in, man. So listen. All right, back to what I was saying. The route density, dog. That route density has got to be tight, bro. And then, like I say, with the bi-weeklies, I'm cool with them still. They just got to be in my route. They got to be with that price. Us just not going to make sense, man. You got to run it the right way. I'm going to tell you, if I would have been running that business, my business like I was a couple years ago, no card on file, no weekly routes, my ass would have been in trouble whenever I had this situation going with the truck. No lie. I'm telling you the dead honest truth because I sent the truck back before a couple years back that I couldn't make a payment on, had to go back to work. You know what I'm saying? So if I wasn't charging right, if I didn't have my routes right, if I didn't have them prices right, I would have been in trouble. You know what I'm saying? If I would have fired the trigger too quick on a lot of things, I wanted, like when that mower went down, I told you I almost got emotional. I almost made an emotional decision and went and got a mower. Now imagine if I would have went and got that mower and then bam, there go to with the truck. You know what I'm saying? I know it's all what ifs, I know it's hypotheticals, but you have to prepare for this. These type of things we can only call on us. You know what I'm saying? We can only call on us out here. And so, yeah, basically taking on bi-weekly more than ever. But at that price, and let me tell you something, Will. Shout out to what up with it, Smurf. What up with you, Wilson, man? Shout out to my dude, I can't think of his name right now, man. He's on YouTube. He's an OG. And one thing he said a few years back, we was I watched his videos and we was it was in December. And he was out there still edging. He was out there still doing man, let me tell you something. The yacht that came back, as soon as I got it back, a spring broke. We gonna save that for next week, Will. Good question, man. but but he told me, man, he was in December, man, and he was still edging. He was still blowing leaves. He was still doing a lot. And I asked him, I just reached out to him. I said, man, how you still getting work right now? What are you telling them or how you marketing that? And he just told me, he said, man, let me tell you what I do. He said, it's gonna sound crazy because a lot of people get overworked. He said, but I take on everything. He said, and then whenever I got a drought, he said, and he's been out here years. He might have been doing it 20 years now. He said, when it's a drought, when it's whatever, I got plenty of work always. He said, when I'm falling back off into the fall season, more work still. You know what I'm saying? And so he's taking on everything. And so when he told me that a few years back, man, I always took it into mind. But when I took it into mind, like I said, I'll take on a lot. It just got to be on my route, and my routes is nice now, and I'm loving it. I'm telling you. Let me see my densities off the chain. It takes a while. Let me tell you something. It takes a while. Yeah, money pays. Let me tell you, it took me, like I say, a while to do it. But man, I got some nice routes now. I'm talking about like They real nice. I'm working sides like a town. I'm not all over. Like I'm on this side. And then the next day I'm working this side. It ain't no just all over the place. Like Ray said, it take a while to get it, but you just gotta stay down. And a lot of it just, man, I'm telling you, just showing up, being consistent, and being the first one to get back with them on these estimates. Now it's still spring. The spring ain't closed up yet, I feel like, because I still got jobs out there. Like I said, I got some trees I gotta cut tomorrow, and I got a couple cleanups I gotta do, and I got a landscape coming up. And so the spring ain't closed up. But the thing is, whenever these jobs is coming, I'm trying to build them in them routes, and they got to be on that weekly, and they got to be with that price. And a lot of it is just showing up ASAP. Communication, a lot of that. I had estimates, like I say, when that truck was down, I had estimates, man, that I was supposed to do a few days before the truck was down. But the whole time, man, I'm constantly communicating. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got you on my side of town yet. When I get on my side of town, can you wait till Wednesday? Can you wait till Thursday? You know, I'm telling them that. So then when I had the accident, hey, I had an accident. I know I said I was gonna see you today's Wednesday. Can you give me a couple days to get to you? No problem. Still locked them in. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it, man, showing up, communicating. And then it's another thing. Right now, let's just say it's dry. We got it where you dry because we just getting some rain around here. You feel me? And let's just say you got some of your customers. You're not getting a bunch of new customers this year. You're not getting a bunch of phone calls coming in. But you got these customers. You've been on these properties 3-4 years now. Man, if you're down there like southern part, you might see some pine straw they need. You know what I'm saying? You might be my way. You look around, you see some mulch. They might need some rock. Try to sell them something else right now if it's slow on you. Because everybody ain't broke. It's still money out here. Everybody ain't broke. Like I said, I got a couple customers, and with the rain, that's what I'm out tomorrow doing. Like I say, cutting some trees down and stuff. If it rains the next day, still carried on. I got 2 more jobs I got to do. You know what I'm saying? I got one. I got to work on a fence for somebody, and got a bunch of weeds I got to pull for them. So, and all them basically, they know I've scheduled these jobs. Like I know how it is with the spring. I done basically went through these springs now to kind of get it a little bit. And so what I've done, hold on, that's what I'm doing this year, more texting my customers. Yeah, let them know what's going, keep them in the loop. And I'm gonna tell you, it's funny. When I was texting customers, I had 3 customers text me back, thanks for keeping me in the loop. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, with the customers, they'll try to sell them something like that. Let me see if it's happening. You ain't got no motion. Everyone approaching them in the spring. Everybody. Let me tell you, if you ain't, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you ain't got no motion, Will, because my phone, man, like I say, it took a while, but now I've got it where, I know how it is in the spring. And a lot of the spring stuff, man, usually, like I say, the rain is coming. It's usually a whole lot of trying to keep up with the cuts because the rain. But now I know how it is with the spring till I get regulated. A lot of the landscaping jobs I have, since it's just me, I pushed them out. I told them, I can get to it this day. They cool with it. They just want it done. And also you let them know how the spring is. One thing I had to do, another thing this week, I had to do a whole bunch of spraying. You know what I'm saying? We know how it go. You ain't supposed to charge for no spraying. We know how it go, but had a whole bunch of weed removal I had to get rid of in a whole bunch of spots. You know what I'm saying? So those type of customers to keep you where you got a whole bunch of work going on. When the new customers in, I'm gonna keep being repetitive. Look at the yard, see what's going on. But another thing, we know how to pull the weeds, we know how to do the yard, all this. Get to the business part, like I say with the truck part. I was gonna buy a nice truck at the end of the month. And it kind of worked out how it worked out because I was still gonna do the same thing, the same due diligence. Get on there, look at a whole bunch of trucks. If somebody else gets in a situation like me, let me tell you, get online and just play that internet, man, and don't be thirsty. Don't be desperate. And you're going to find what you want. Just take your time. And I'm noticing, I'm telling you, everything right now, it's a lot of people who is hurting that's selling stuff. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, even like mowers. I've been seeing mowers like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Super crazy. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Will you say who ain't supposed to charge? I don't know. Should be, let me see. Yeah. Nah, listen, Will. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Far as we trying to keep the jargon right to keep it correct for people who just jumping into the business. They might be out there spraying and they might get caught up on something like that TNL episode when he got pulled up on the guy who was like, let me see those chemical license. You know what I'm saying? So, just for somebody who might be fresh into it watching, you seasoned vet, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, everything, heck yeah. You adjust that price, man, but when you invoicing and doing, because everything I do is invoice. And man, I just be trying to keep it on nothing bite me in the butt. You know what I'm saying? Even when I was spraying, I told a guy, you know what I'm saying? I told him, I said, listen, man, I'm gonna come back and spray. Cause I don't know if y'all been noticing my way. We ain't been getting no rain, but the wind has been crazy. Like it has been some crazy windy days. And so even when I was spraying, I had told him, I said, man, I gotta come back. I don't wanna, end up spraying some drift, you know what I'm saying, end up turning up something. Cause him and his wife, they had been out there uh planting plants and they just got me doing a whole bunch of other stuff. But man, yeah, Will, you definitely got to charge. And if somebody brand new listen to this, go back and listen to that Polo episode. He'll break that down for you. But yeah, back to the business side. What I was gonna say, man, saving money, man. And in the beginning, man, when I first started, until I am right now, it's always spring. I was coming off a bunch of money. You know what I'm saying? Every year I would come off a bunch of money and seem like getting back to getting it jumping and getting it cracking. And last year and this year, I basically didn't do it. Shout out to Batiste. He went buy a lot of the stuff up ahead of time. Once you got it, to where you ain't gotta, spend it. You know what I'm saying? Because now, man, I'm telling you, everything is getting tight. Everything. And not even just the line curve, man. When I went into the store last night, me and my daughter went to the store, man, we went and got groceries. And I swear, the groceries went up from last week, man. You know what I'm saying? I know I wasn't tripping. You know what I'm saying? The price of what everything it was last week done went up. You know what I'm saying? And so everything is just getting tight. And just your business, man, you got to tighten up on everything. I'm telling you, man, everything, man. You got to just tighten up on everything. So, like I'm saying, like tonight, I went on ahead cooked again for the night. Man, that's 3 days of food. You know what I'm saying? I gotta put that up, throw that away. You know what I'm saying? Even when I'm coming out in the morning, my routes, I got it now. I'm using every app that I got to save money right now, basically. Coupons. If y'all don't have Upside, I don't know if any of y'all use Upside. I started using Upside last year. And Upside is that gas app. I thought it was a gimmick. I thought it didn't work. Last year, I had to go over to Illinois for something last year. And me and a guy was talking, and he showed me his Upside account. His Upside account had $900 in it at the time. And he's running all day using gas. And I thought it was just a gimmick. And so last year I started using it for real. I've always had the app. So I started using it last year. So if anybody don't know what Upside is, you download it on your phone. It's a gas app. Once you can see what area you in, you hit the button, it's gonna show you all the gas stations around you, which one's gonna give you the best discount rate, and you get cash back into your account. Now you just let it sit, and over a while your points add up like Kroger points, anything else. Last year I think the most I cashed out was like $85 one time. You know what I'm saying? But I still was lackadaisical on it last year. I wasn't using it how I was supposed to. And so this year, man, I've been using that Upside again. And man, I'm telling you, little everything, man, gonna count right now. This money is no joke. Especially still in my spot. I'm still trying to hire. I ain't even lying about that. I'm still working that out. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I wanted to first make sure I got all my customers coming back, my customer base. I got a couple people still hitting me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really trying to see how it work out because I'm pretty sure we all got graduations and stuff coming up. So I got a couple people waiting on graduations to come up and stuff too. You know what I'm saying? To see how it work out. And like I say, I built the routes to where I could pay somebody to be out there with me maybe 3-4 days a week. They ain't gonna be out there with me, the full every day. They might be out there with me 3. Uh, Try to get them 4. If I can get them 4 and pay them a nice rate, I feel like they'll stick around. And just let the work start coming, man, and start building it up. You just got to scale it up, man, and take your time with it. I feel like I said, if I'd have shot the gun on a lot of things too early, man, I just trying to jump off into stuff too early without certain knowledge of stuff, I could have been setting myself back a lot worse. I know a few guys started businesses. I started in 2020. I know a few guys that started in 2020, started a couple businesses. They ain't got nothing going on. And then I know a few guys who started businesses in 2020. They flourishing. You know what I'm saying? And they telling me what it's coming down to is coming down to just a lot of business discipline. A lot of these guys, man, when all right, they setups, you would think like if they tell you what they making, you would think if you pull up on them, they got some crazy setups. But when you see they setups, man, it's nothing crazy. Just everything's efficient. You know what I'm saying? They got every proper right tool they need put in place to get to the jobs, get them done. They got their employees at the right spot to where they can pay them. Because like I'm saying, I'm at a halfway point. So the whole time through this, I always say it all the time, and I give shout outs to everybody. I learn off what I watch. You know what I'm saying? And apply. I watch certain channels. I take their business schemes. I apply it to mine. You know what I'm saying? I watch where they've been at in certain timelines in their careers. I try to apply it to mine. You know what I'm saying? And so I watch some of these guys, man, and you'll think they got crazy setups man, I'm talking about I got some guys I talk to, man, and I pull up on some locally here and some I can hit on the phone. And man, I got one guy, man, he did like 3 something last year. He did like 3 and some change last year. And he's got I think 4 guys working for him all together, maybe 2 setups. But man, and his setups ain't nothing crazy. His prices are up there. His margins, I mean, what he's coming off of is way down. So it's like he's got a lot coming in and he's only coming out of a little bit each month. And when I look at him, my other guy I talked to, he's the same exact play. He's got a lot coming in. He's got a little bit coming out every month. And when I'm talking to him and peeping them, these dudes don't got no payments on nothing. Not a payment nowhere. They maybe got 2 or 3 trucks. They ain't the fanciest trucks. They getting the job done. Got their mowers, got their backup mowers. Everything's backup. You know what I'm saying? Nothing the fanciest, but each tool they use it for each job to make more money. I went to my one guy's spot, like I say, he's got like, all right, so when he's out in the spring, he's out mowing. He got the mowers going, got everything going. When he's off in the fall and the fall and the spring, he's got his fall and spring setups. He's got his mowing setups. But when I'm looking at all this stuff, man, he told me what he came off of for everything. Man, my dude can work all year round. He did like 3 and some change. And he will spend the money on his mowers to get them warranties. But he ain't coming off no crazy money compared to what he's making. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, what do you do? He's telling me, he's like, man, I just ain't got a bunch of payments, man. You know what I'm saying? He was like, the time I had payments, I got rid of a lot of stuff. And when I started running it like this, the business became more efficient. Another thing, he was like, man, I just got with my tax guy. I found out how to keep all my money. So this is a side, you know what I'm saying, that a lot of, we see the mowing, we see the stripes, we see all that, the landscaping, but it's what are you keeping? What are you bringing home? You know what I'm saying? What's going out and what's coming in? Because that's going to be the difference. You know what I'm saying? If I had a truck with a truck payment, if I had the mowers with some more payments, on top of my regular bills, on top of my regular maintenance and expenses, on top of all my insurances on my vehicles. All my vehicles, they ain't the fanciest. All my vehicles paid off. 4 vehicles, they all paid off. But insurance on your vehicles. You got to calculate all that, man. All that comes into place. Now we got this fuel. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think. Everything's done went up. At the end of the month, what are you keeping? Because it's gonna get rough. It might be some people out here literally breaking even at the end of the month. You know what I'm saying? When you get done, you done came off all your bill money. What are you keeping? You know what I'm saying? And so when I'm peeping these guys I'm talking to, like I say, they helping me seeing how to move forward with the business moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, I wanted a nice truck. I was gonna go grab me about a 15K truck cash. I wasn't gonna pay no, you know what I'm saying, no note. I don't like the note thing. I don't like the 500 a month coming out, 600 a month coming out. I'd rather take that money, figure it out to how to get that to an employee to get me out there and help me instead of that going out the door. You know what I'm saying? And so anybody out there looking for trucks and stuff right now, man, I'm telling you, it's messed up out here right now. You got some people trying to get up from up under their car payments and truck payments. Shout out to Stanley Dirt Monkey. I watched a video with him. These guys have been buying these newer trucks. They got these high payments on these newer trucks, and these newer trucks are constantly in the shop. I watched one guy on there, man. He said his payment was like $800 a month. He's got an $800 a month payment. The truck went down to 20,000. So 20,000, he had a transmission problem. The warranty only covers it one time, he said. Man, down the road again, a little bit over 20,000, he had another problem. The warranty's already covered one problem. He said the other problem now is $6,000. So he's got this $6,000 problem on top of he still got to make this $800 a month payment with this truck down. I don't know what type of business he runs, you know what I'm saying? But he still got to make all that. And he said it. He said in the video, he said, man, I'm making this video because I'm literally telling y'all, don't go buy this truck the way I did it. He said I was making good money at the time. He said he bought the truck, I think it was 2022 when he bought his truck, brand new. Paid $87,000 for it. Truck was $87,000. What he said he paid, like 80 something, 87, I believe it was. He said, so I got this truck brand new, and he basically said the same thing. I made an emotional buy. I went and bought this truck. You know what I'm saying? Man, what's good with it? Man, listen, bro, the rain had me out when you hit me early, bro. I was knocked out of here. But the guy said, I made an emotional buy. I went and got this truck. I bought this truck. He said, and I bought the truck just because I felt like I deserved it at the time. He said, man, I had been doing good in my industry of what I was doing. This is gonna be a crazy story. You can look it up on YouTube. I can't remember the exact video, but he said I was doing good in the industry I was doing. You know what I'm saying? And I had one truck already paid off. He said, man, and I went and I dropped, it was like, man, it was 67 or 87 for this truck. He said, I got the truck, man, brand new, spanking off the floor. No, as soon as I got the truck, 20,000 down, my transmission went out. Like he said he had to fight with the warranty company to get. That's another thing too. You get these trucks, these warranties right now, they just ain't kicking out the warranties like that, man, from what I'm listening to on some of these stories. So this guy said he had to fight with that warranty company to get that transmission fixed. He said, I got it fixed down the road, bam. About 10,000, 6,000 miles down the road, something else happens with the truck. $6,000 problem with the truck on top of this $800 problem I got. End up getting that fixed. He say he gets that fixed. Something goes on with the brake. This is all this new trucks. I'm hearing some new truck stories. Crazy. He say my brake stuff goes down on my truck. He had to get that fixed. I forgot how much he said it was. He said, but what's going on with the truck now? He said it's got something with this truck with the brake line that is causing the pads on the brakes to basically go out quicker. And so when I'm going out quicker, he's saying he's having to replace his brakes and it's costing him like an extra 600 every time. So it's just like all this stuff, man, with everything going on right now. Don't be so quick to jump the gun on stuff if you ain't did your due diligence and did your research. You know what I'm saying? And extra payments. The extra payments right now, unless it's making you some money, it's not necessary for real. You know what I'm saying? Don't just get it to get it. I ordered a trimmer rack this week. Security. I spent some money on that because that trimmer right there, I need that locked up. You know what I'm saying? It's getting ugly. I don't want to be in the backyard now because that's the only thing on my truck that is out, is that trimmer usually. And if somebody gets that trimmer, man, I ain't got time to be paying 600, 700 for another trimmer right now. It might be 750. You know what the price of these things is right now? So I went and bought another trimmer rack. Use the code, got me a trimmer rack. I'm gonna put that on. Hopefully come tomorrow. We still got some rain. Hopefully I could cut that tree and get that trimmer rack installed. Stuff like that. Like if I was gonna spend some money on something right now, I spend it on that now. Some equipment defender racks and some green touch to lock up everything. If I ain't got my trailer set up like that, because we heard the stories. You know what I'm saying? We heard Crowley on her before talk about how he got peeled. We heard Tony Key talk about how he got peeled. Keep those stories in mind. Keep them stories in mind that's been on this news, man. Because it's gonna get ugly out here this summer, man. I'm telling you. You go spend some money, spend it to equip your stuff up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be ugly, man. And I can even see it in eyes, man, of like when I'm at the grocery stores and stuff, talking to people. And I had somebody, they said something about gas. And, I didn't say too much to them because this is one thing. Regular 9 to 5 working people, it's very hard to talk to them about business. It's almost like I'm sounding racist with that, but it's very, very, very hard to talk to a regular 9 to 5 person about business. They just don't get it. And so when he said something, I kind of brushed him off a little bit. And it was a guy maybe 2 things back from me. And me and him got to talking. And what it was, he does it was like he's almost like a handyman. Does a little bit of everything. One of those guys, he's got his truck set up, he's got all his services. And me and him was talking, and he was like, business has been good for him because, and he told me, he said, business been good for me because of what he did a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? He said, man, I ended up getting into a nice neighborhood, and he said he had to do a whole bunch of work for this family. He said, man, I went on the inside, I did a bunch of work. I did the fence on the outside. He said it was just a whole bunch of work I did. And he said, man, I did such a good job on their property. He said, man, their church that they go to, he said, man, I've caught some really, really, really nice jobs off the church members from their church. And when he's breaking down these jobs, he's telling me these ain't no small jobs. These are like 4,500, 7,000, 14,000, 16, $18,000 jobs. He's telling me, you know what I'm saying? He's been getting. He's like, he had a guy helping him. And he said, this is what he does now. He said, instead of having somebody I hire, he said, I got another buddy who's just as good as me. He stays right across the bridge. And what we do is we have a schedule. I tackle jobs. He tackles some jobs. And he said, we come together on big jobs and we just split the work down because we both got the expertise. And we split the work down to get the job done quicker. And so when I heard him saying that, and he said, man, I just basically, I seen guys go out of business. He said, so when I was getting those opportunities to get all of that extra work, he said, I instantly, I wanted the work. And he said, I didn't look at myself as being overwhelmed. He said, I just, looked at all the guys who went out of business. And he said, instead of me trying to take on all this work and be overwhelmed, he said, I just reached out to a guy. And he said, by me reaching out to a guy, man, it turned out into he said, my last 2 years have been really, really good. And he said, he's got work. He said he got work like up to like October right now. Like just all type of jobs where he's in and out of the properties. So, just due diligence, man. You know what I'm saying? And he's telling me too, like with prices. That's what I meant to get with what he was talking about with his prices. He said, my prices, man. He said, I just had to go up. He said, I had to go up. He said, Lowe's have went up like crazy. Everything's went up like crazy. He said, but it's justified and my invoice is justified in, materials and costs. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing, like with some of my customers, like that I think that really helps me with like some of my customers sticking around. It's like my system is professional. Like far as my invoicing, everything they see, even like Will said in the beginning when he was talking about, spraying and stuff. they used to would see that on their invoice for me. Like, I don't put it on there now because, just because anything, what I'm saying, anything could happen, but they used to see all that lined out on her so they know where their money is going. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, people, like I say, everybody ain't broke. People still got money. They just want to see where the money is going. If they're going to give you their money, they want to know, okay, it's worth spending it. I know where it's going to. We all working hard for our money. You know what I'm saying? So the money's still out here. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, man, it's just, man, do your due diligence. Try to be smart with the way you just money wise, strategy wise. Like this year, I'm really like the last 2 years has been a strategy. This has been nothing like just off the fly type stuff. It's been real strategy. Like I say, when I lost that truck and the economy wasn't even, I don't know if it was, well, no, I definitely wasn't hitting like it is now. But when my truck got sent back, man, it was strategy after that. You know what I'm saying? I was doing what I was supposed to do, and I kept my black book and stuff, but it really wasn't no real intricate strategy. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't a week by week, month by month, quarter by quarter strategy. And that's what I'm saying. Like, is you cutting grass, but you still have to remember, man, my business. You know what I'm saying? Remember the business side. So with the strategy side, this will really help me with like a lot of, pricing wise. Being able, like I say, truck go down, like wasn't even thinking about it. Just went to the emergency. Go ahead, get another truck real quick, get back on the road. Uh got that truck at a very nice price, you know what I'm saying? But just get back on the road real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, when my last truck went down, man, I refuse to pay another payment if I don't have to. I want mores, but I'm not buying no mores with no payments. You know what I'm saying? I would just cash out on them because I really just like knowing what's on the plate for the month. You know what I'm saying? So trying to think what else this last week, man. It was something else I had, man, that I had on her. I hadn't even put it in the notes, man, before I had because my daughter threw me off. What was it, man? It was something that happened last week, man. Okay, I know what it was now. My customers with the weekly thing. The weekly thing, the bi-weekly's cool, like I say. The weekly thing, man, is just it's game changing for real. That's the real recurring revenue. You know what I'm saying? The bi-weekly's cool, but just put it like this. If you worked a job at one time, you know how it was getting a bi-week every 2 week check versus a weekly check. You know what I'm saying? And so you got to do what you got to do to get out of certain locations or spots or whatever to try to get that weekly revenue, man. That weekly revenue was really where it's at because even with the rain this week, I'm gonna almost make all the money back for the truck that I just bought this week off straight mowing. I'll be short just a little bit. I'll get that early next week. But it's just that weekly, man. That weekly did that. That weekly and those prices, man. But that weekly recurring revenue. I know I got 800 coming this day. I know I got 900 this day. I know this day my slow day 600. You know what I'm saying? I got some days, man, it's 1200. You know what I'm saying? It's just that weekly recurring revenue, man. I'm telling you, you got to do what you got to do to get out of that. To get out of that. You know what I'm saying? And another thing too, I'm gonna hit the marketing again about June, maybe June. Yeah, June. You know what I'm saying? So it's a strategy, man. I've been wanting to spend some money, but the money's gonna get spent to make the money back. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, man, just try to be smart with your money. Uh, very smart with your money, man. You can just look at everything you can save. Look at everything you got going out right now. And it's really done got to the point like, okay, where can I save me an extra $1,000 a month? Where can I save $1,000 a month? Eating, bills, my leak. What do I got leaking where I can start keeping an extra 1,000 a month because it's that ugly. You know what I'm saying? It's ugly. I heard the price of everything went up, but it ain't about what you're making, it's about what you're keeping. You know what I'm saying? And you might have to adjust. One of the things I heard, luxuries once tasted become necessity. You know what I'm saying? Say that again. Luxuries once tasted becomes necessity. Once you get a certain lifestyle, it's hard to cut back. So sometimes, man, if you gotta cut back, find a way to cut back. But that minor cutback, that minor little setback is your major comeback. So I'm saying just get your strategy, be wise with the money, find a way to make more and keep your stuff low still as you can right now. Because like I say, the money is still out here. Don't get caught up in the everybody's broke. Just don't get caught up in that. Don't even look at that shit. You know what I'm saying? That everybody's broke. The bread is out here still. You might not get 5 extra customers this year. You might just get you 2 good quality ones. You know what I'm saying? But just keep building on it one at a time. You know what I'm saying? Stay in the game. Cause it's a lot of people, man. They overhead is out of control right now. They wanting to cut back. They can't though. You know what I'm saying? They want to, but they can't. So just don't, you know what I'm saying, get caught up. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Stay in the game. We don't know what drought is ugly right now. You see the prices. We don't even know if a drought's gonna hit or not. Just be smart with the bread this year. Survive it. Get through it. You know what I'm saying? And your regular customers right now, check everything on them properties, upsell whatever you can. But just be smart, man. Because like I said, after last week going through that, I had a little reflection. But I just stayed on strategy, man. It's been a strategy. I'm staying on strategy. I'm sticking to the plan. Sometimes plan A might not go always. Keep your plan B. Get right back on A. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I'm gonna get out of here, man. It's been another week. Got some rain, gonna cut some trees. And man, y'all just keep grinding, man. I'm gonna say it again, save your bread so it save your butt, man. You know what I'm saying? And if you got some credit, more shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't even use my credit right now unless it's making something. If it ain't making bread, don't spend the bread right now. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that it's making some more. You know what I'm saying? But be back in here next Tuesday, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in again. Episode 82, man. It's almost like 100 that flew by. But appreciate y'all tapping in again. Everybody be safe. Like I say, safety check everything still, man, because you just don't want to be down right there, man. The game is still good. I know it's been a lot of demo with the gas prices and all that, but the game is still good, man. So holla at y'all next week, man. Bowyard Law Service out of here. Appreciate y'all tapping in again.